Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Chu Chronicles. My name is Chu, and every episode I bring a musician on to promote Thrush Fest happening at Blowback Gallery July 18th, 19th, and 20th in Pueblo, Colorado. And we're going to do one for the Trinidad Irish Pub coming up in October as those dates come up. But most importantly, we'll get year number 11 out of the way. So without further ado, welcome to my guest, Jaryd Walker. How are you,
Howdy.
bud?
Oh, doing pretty good. Just kind of trying to beat the heat. Fucking get some shit going for the summer. Everyone's fucking hyped and ready to be outside. So,
Oh, yeah. How
sure.
hot is it in Colorado?
Oh man, I think it's like. See, I got a little temperature right here. It's it's like it's like 90 degrees right now. I mean, it's been worse this month. It's not the hottest it's been this month, but still, I sweat. I sweat like crazy. So it don't matter. It's all hot to me.
For sure. It is. It's like 79 degrees here. It's so weird. It's should be the opposite.
Oh, and I bet you it's humid as fuck
But
over there too.
yeah, that's why we're always inside with the AC on.
That'd be me. That'd be me. That's me right now.
For
I don't need to go
sure.
outside.
Indeed. We're going to do a deep dive into your music journey because you've been a part of the festival for so many years with so many bands. So we're going to start with our Dark Matter and Forturum. How did you get involved with those cats?
That was like my first little venture. For like the longest time, like me and my friends, like we talked about doing like this crazy big band, and we were kind of like on our like theatrical like metal band phase. So we liked like Mushroom Head and Guar and Ghoul and Slipknot and like all these bands with like masks and shit. And we're gonna do that. We're gonna do all this crazy shit. And we like started getting a bunch of people together that like didn't even really know how to play instruments. Or like, oh, you'll just learn. And nothing ever really happened. Like I wrote songs, we wrote music, and then I I had this teacher, and she was like really cool. She would show me like the Cramps and like all kinds of shit that I listen to now, and she was just like really supportive of all of it. And she's like, forget all that. That's stupid. Like you're not doing anything. Just get the four things you need, like a vocalist, bass player, drummer, guitarist. And I already knew two people who were pretty solid on bass and guitar. Jacob Goppe Hewitt on guitar, and our friend Chase Female. And then my friend Jake Niels, he was like, well, my brother's got a drum kit, which honestly, as far as looking for a drummer in Pueblo, that's like the best you could ask for. Like everyone needs a drummer, and when there's one, they're playing in like four bands. Um, yeah, we just like I don't know. We started getting together. We started playing like Slayer songs, um, and just started making our own songs. And that's how we started like meeting everyone. Just like going to shows just to set up more shows, like even if we weren't playing them. We went with Dark Matter for the longest time. To be honest, I prefer that name. I've always liked that name. But there's like four other bands like in the U.S. that are also metal bands named Dark Matter. I'm pretty sure one of them is actually in Florida. Um, and so we just changed it to Forturum, which as far as I know, like at least in like the English dictionary, that word doesn't mean anything. Like it could, I could just be naive. It could mean something really stupid for all I know. But we just went with that, and and we went through like quite a big like quite of a lot of lineup changes. Like it was always me and Jacob Goppe Hewitt, like throughout the whole thing. Him on guitar, me on vocals. And then we got a new bass player. We had Rocky Puffer for a while because like we just had Chase for like a cover band, like a cover song, and that's it. Rocky wrote a lot of like the bass lines for like some of our like main songs. Then we had Ellie, who is now in Discount Vodka. She played in our band for quite a while. Then we lost our drummer, and we got rid of our drummer Jake and got a new Jake. So yeah, and then we got Antonio Lynn on bass, and that was like our final lineup before things kind of fell apart a little bit. I think we were the best with that final lineup. We were like super tight, super fucking loud, fucking. And maybe someday it'll come back again. We are me and the guitarists are working on releasing a record for all those songs that we made. But as far as live performances, I don't see them coming any close in the future,
For sure.
unfortunately. But that's
And
basically the Dark Matter Forturum lore in a nutshell.
pretty good stuff. Quite a lot of, a lot of members coming through. And shout out to Ellie too. She was on the fest last year, so I got to see
Hmm.
Discount Vodka for the first time. And like earlier in the day, they got married, Ellie and Pickles. So it was pretty dope to see them there. So doing their reception at the festival was pretty rad. Yeah. So PID, how'd you link up with PID?
Um, I've always known about PID. They were kind of like one of my like first like local bands that I knew, and especially like trying to start up my own band in the scene. Like I always knew about Ricardo. He was he was the one that was always setting up the shows. He was giving out merch. Like trying to expose people. Just like basically just like he's always done a lot for the scene. He's always like gotten the name up there, tried to make Pueblo look good. Um, Always in contact with some crazy ass people. Like honestly, like crazy in a good way. Uh, and I always watched them. And at the time, I was living with Jake Woodall, who is also now the current drummer. Been kind of back and forth, and also was the drummer for Forturum and the Assault Shakers. It's all very tight knit, like with me and him. But fucking he had joined, he had joined on the drums, and he took over for Rocky, I believe. And I think he originally was going to do bass, but then Rocky left, so they needed a bass player. And we lived together at the time, so he's just like, Jaryd could probably do it. I'll write him up some tabs. And I think it was a good introduction into, I guess, playing an instrument in a band because before then I had just only done vocals. So it was a really good introduction. I've met a lot of cool people playing in that band. I've definitely learned some things. And I've gotten some really cool opportunities for shows. Like for example, we just got to play like, open up for DRI at the Blowback and Death Wish, and that was really awesome. It was one of the biggest shows that I've seen in Pueblo. It was like there had to have been like over 200 people there. It was crazy. Like I've never seen it that packed. It was hot though. Like I was sweating like a horror church. It was crazy. But again, PID, yeah, it's definitely like I wouldn't describe it as like I guess I wouldn't say it's like my main band. I don't. But I love playing with those guys. When we're hopefully going to be going on tour, late September, early October, and it'll be my first tour personally. So I'm pretty hyped for that.
Heck yeah, tours are a lot of fun. A lot of open roads for sure. So,
Oh yeah, I really want to travel. I'm sick of just being stuck here most of the time because I'm too broke.
oh, for sure. I don't blame you. Like it's once I got out of the box. I mean, I always come back home, every year. But
Mhm.
like,
Oh yeah,
it's fun to come, like just to explore the rest of the country and just do your art. It's just definitely worth it.
oh
But
yeah,
save up for emergencies though. Like I think like save up like $100 a day, and then you should be good.
oh yeah, dude. Like I definitely like I'm still always gonna love this place, but sometimes I get kind of sick of it. Sometimes I get sick of the same old, same old. I want to see some new faces, some new places. Like I want to see some palm trees. That'd be sick.
Yeah. Come out to Florida. I got a connection at the Nog in Daytona. It's a dive bar. It's pretty awesome.
Oh, okay. Hell yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'd be down. I don't know exactly. I think we were mainly going to tour like some like bordering like some of the bordering states like around Colorado, but like I've just been wanting to go to Florida on my own. So even if we don't go there on tour, screw it. I
Yeah.
want to be on the beach, dude. I think about it all the time. It'd be so
Like
nice to be on the damn beach and not in this dusty hole.
yeah, luckily for me, I'm like less than 10 minutes away from the beach, like the Atlantic Ocean.
I'm jealous. I'm jealous for sure.
But I rarely go out there though, but I should. But I'm afraid of all the sharks and everything, but and those
Fair
man
enough.
of wars and yeah.
I mean, the
It's
ocean is scary. I mean, that's valid.
for sure. You never know what's in there. But yeah, and then next up you were an oath keeper. And what were those
Yeah.
years like?
What did you say? I'm sorry.
What were those years like or those days like?
Yeah, it was definitely more so like kind of like a couple weeks and months. Um, it was we didn't really I didn't really get a lot accomplished with that band, and it was like it was kind of funny how it like happened because they were looking they had auditions out, and they wanted a vocalist, and I actually wasn't interested in it first. I told my friend Tyler, because I never really practiced or even listened to that much kind of like deathcore, as much, or at least the style of music that they were making. So I told my friend Tyler, because he practices that stuff all the time. I'm like, dude, you should audition for these guys. And he's like, you should do it too, and we'll make it like a friendly little competition. And I was like, all right. And then they ended up choosing me, which I wasn't expecting, but I was hyped nevertheless because like I got to write a bunch of songs, that were different from what I usually write, and like a couple of those guys were cool. A couple of them didn't really like how young I was, but it's okay. But I met Christian, who's now in Rosemount, um, and Andrew, who also goes by Pika. That's his stage name. I could be saying that wrong. I don't know if it's just Pika or he says the full thing Pikachu. Both very talented, and then Stephen Wilson, and he's the one that introduced me to Jake Woodall, and then the rest of that is history because me and Jake Woodall we've done so much together in our especially in our like two-man project I Joneson, uh, which is like we've never played live, but we've released like at least 10 albums out on Reverb Nation, so I get, that ain't something to just shake a stick at. But he's definitely the mastermind behind all of it. The dude's a genius. I'm just totally gonna rep him up for a second. Jake Woodhall is a fucking misunderstood genius in that scene, and I don't think he's deserved some of the unfair shit that he's gotten from some of the people. Um, he's like the Pueblo drummer. He's drummed for like fucking 6 bands, and he kills it every time. But yeah, that's really all there is to say about Oathkeeper. To be honest, like I met some cool people out of it. I wrote some really cool lyrics that I ended up using for my own songs. And it didn't really get much further than that. But I've always wished those guys, pretty good luck in whatever they do next.
For sure, man. I miss Christian, and he like Elation was like had their debut at the fest,
Mm-hmm.
and I love like breaking in like new bands at the fest or something. Like coming up is 13 Plague, and so that should be a fun time too. And I think it's
Oh
always a
yeah,
joy
it's
to
like
see you guys.
oh sorry, I was saying it
Yeah.
was like it's like making history for some people. I didn't mean to cut you off though.
Oh, it's all good, bud. And then like Stephen Wilson had like Alaska Jones for a little while, and he moved out to Kansas, and I
Yeah.
love. I haven't heard Pika. Well, I haven't heard Pika live, but he's a pretty cool cat too. So it's good.
Oh yeah, the I think he used to play with Stefan. I forgot about that.
Yeah,
But yeah, I miss that guy. I still talk to them all. We're all still homies. I mean,
heck
we don't
yeah.
play nothing together, but
And Jake's joining you guys at the blowback on the fest, right? On drums.
he uh
I'm not
it,
sure,
it
but
is the fest going to be at the blowback or the bomb shelter?
blowback, yeah.
Yeah, then he'll probably be playing with us. Uh cuz and it's funny cuz like we're like me, Doug and Jake make up 3 different bands. It's like the Assault Shakers, the Stench Comb, and then now it's PID. We're all 3 in all of them. Like it's just the Assault Shakers saga.
For sure. We'll get to them in a little bit, but your next band that you were in was in Utter Blasphemy, and what's the story behind Utter Blasphemy?
Utter Blasphemy is probably the least well-known thing that I've been a part of, and try to I still try to work on from time to time. But it's my 2-man. I guess we call it murder folk punk band that me and my friend Kelton Manson. He's like my best friend, like my ride or die. We do everything together. Um, it just kind of started off as me and him getting drunk, you know, making shit up on the guitar. Like neither of us really ever knew how to play, but eventually we would make something that sounds cool and just put some lyrics to it. And we actually like kind of structured out some songs through that. We've made a few music videos up on YouTube. They're up on the Stone Bonies YouTube channel. Um, and it's just and I think they're groovy little jams for some dudes who didn't know what they were doing. And we still post some stuff every now and then. We're actually also wanting to actually have an official release for some of those songs. but not a lot of people know about it. Really, it's more so like people that I know personally or people who check out the channel. We've never played live or anything, but we made a couple patches that I sell at shows. But that's really about it. But definitely worth checking out. We got songs like Nicotine Fiend, Treeberry Board Split, Witch Succubus. It's some fun, goofy stuff.
Oh yeah. We'll bring those patches to the fest so you can slang them
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
for sure, dude.
Yeah, I'm gonna be
And
passing
so
those out.
hell yeah, because I have another battle vest that I have with all the local bands, and so like I have Scrotus and Sonic Vomit and Discount Vodka and stuff and MD. So just put them all on there. So it's
Oh hell yeah, dude! I'll hook you up with one. I want to be a part of that vest, so I'm down.
heck yeah, dude. I'll give you a liquid death koozie or something or whatever they give us this year because that was pretty cool of them. So
All right. All right.
maybe it might. I don't know. We'll figure it out when we get there. And um and so coming up next was the Assault Shakers, and they played last year. So that was
Mhm.
pretty rad. You played last year at the bomb shelter, so that was a whole lot of fun. So how'd you link up with the Assault Shakers?
Um, that one was a connection through Jake. Uh, Jake. I don't know how he got an acquaintance with him, but he had played bass for Doug for a little while. Um, and Doug knew Joseph as well. Joseph played in the Assault Shakers with us. And he was on drums before he passed. Rest in peace. Um, and I don't know. I was just like hanging out with him one day, and he's like, "Yo, I met this dude Doug. He plays banjo," and he invited me over to come hang out. And I know at this time, Doug or not Doug, Jake was like contemplating about him possibly moving back to Oregon. So Doug was like, "I need a new bass player," and Jake once again was like, "Jaryd could probably do it. Just work with him." And yeah, me and Doug pretty much would like hang out every night, learn the songs, and it's honestly, I guess I would say like besides like Forturum, because like Forturum's always gonna be like my first band. It was my demon baby that I created. Uh, and but like Assault Shakers, it's like I love it so much just because it's one of those bands that I never thought I would be like musically talented enough to be a part of. Like I never thought I would be cool enough to play that kind of music, and most of the Pueblo scene, not all of it, but most of the Pueblo scene is definitely like a lot of metal, a lot of punk. There's like a lot of hardcore fast music, which I love. That's like where my heart is. But like I'm not like not even really like putting us up there like saying like we're the greatest thing of all time, but we definitely stand out quite a bit compared to some of the other bands. Like it's always the fucking the banjo bluegrass western third world country band, playing with all the punk bands and metal bands. And for some people, it doesn't work for them. They're like, I don't want to hear this. Like I want something fast. But some people will be like, oh shit, I wasn't expecting that. And then they'll be like moshing to some like bluegrass music, and it's great. I like it. I get really psyched when people dig it because like, I don't always know what the reaction's gonna be. It's like it's really pretty. It's really energetic. It's really fun to play kind of music. Uh, and Douglas Cook is definitely the mastermind behind that. Also very talented. I've learned a lot from that dude. Hanging out with him, he's definitely like a father figure to me of sorts. Like I feel like I'm always learning something new with those guys.
Heck yeah. And when I saw that circle pit, like, happen or in the mosh pit happen at the fest last year with the Assault Shakers, like, man, this is pretty awesome. Like, I didn't expect any of that. Like, usually they're just in their lawn chairs, just chilling, listening to it, and then for
Hmm.
them to just like start a circle pit in front of me, I was like, this is so cool.
Yeah, you could square dance or mosh. It's up to you.
Yeah, good stuff, good times, and can't wait to see that again coming up next month. Um, and so your next project is Stenchcomb, and how do you link up with Stenchcomb?
To put it bluntly, Stenchcom is basically like almost like Assault Shakers too. Uh, it's me, Doug, and Jake. Except well, Jake stays on drums, Doug plays guitar, and I do vocals. And right now, we're currently working with George Batuello. I really hope I didn't say his last name wrong, especially because like I talk to him all the time, so I'd feel really bad. But George, he does a lot of spoken word. He's also working on a band with Irie Lavender, which I'm really excited to see how that turns out. Um, but we're teaching him the songs right now, so hopefully we're gonna have a full ensemble. But that band, that was kind of just like, that band is kind of just like our break from like all the pretty sounding stuff, and when we kind of just want to like, you know, let out, play some fast shit, so I could scream, just like, and I don't know. Sometimes people kind of like the switch from just like some banjo tunes to like some like face melting riffs, in the same set. Because lately, like we don't have a lot of Cinchcomb songs ready to go, so we've just been kind of doing like a couple of them at the end of our Salt Shaker set, and people seem to dig it, So I'm pretty excited about it, and I get to act like a madman again, and uh, you know air out my pipes a little bit. So yeah, I'm pretty psyched about it. It's still pretty new, uh, but we want to get some more songs going. Hopefully, get some more shows that are just Stenchcomb instead of just like half and half. I'm really excited about it. It's going to be a lot of sick shit coming through, and hopefully, we'll see George playing some shows with us pretty soon.
Heck yeah, dude, that'd be pretty rad. And we got an audience member in the crowd, so if you'd like to interact in the chat, you're more than welcome to. Just be nice to us. We always got to give that warning. You never know. Uh, but yeah, George is a pretty cool cat. There was his project Pivotal Backfire was on the bill last year,
Oh
and
yeah,
hopefully Stenchcomb could make like a surprise appearance at the fest as part of the Assault Shaker set. That'd be pretty rad to see.
yeah, that'd be cool. Like usually the set time kind of stays the same. So, but yeah, I mean, if you're cool with that, we could probably do something like that. Just like like three or a couple songs like at the end of the set. Just give
Yeah,
people a little taste.
indeed. Hopefully, if we have like, I think we're gonna just limit like each set to like a half hour though, so just like sneak it in there. That'd be cool.
Oh yeah, we could do that. Yeah,
Cool.
so might see some stench shakers, assault comb
That's
uh,
the spirit.
type shit. Fucking I'm looking forward to play again. I always get super hyped to play Sereth Fest. I know there was one year that I missed it because I wasn't playing in anything. I don't think at the time. Fucking But other than that, it's been pretty consistent, and I look forward to it every year, especially because it's always like right next to my birthday, so it's like just like a week of coolness, pretty much.
Hell yeah, dude. That's what I'm looking forward to. Like the artwork this year is fire. Like it's pretty dope. We're gonna love it. So it's pretty rad. And so uh, we're gonna do the rig rundown, and you use a Rumble bass amp, but your equipment usually changes here and like a lot. But you mostly use the Rumble bass amp and always thick picks. And why did you go with those two brands?
The well, like the picks aren't really like a specific brand. Like it's more so like literal. Like I just need like a thick ass pick because if I play with like a flimsy one, like I play with guitar, like it honestly like it fucks my shit up. And like and I'll be honest, the reason I don't have too much to say about the rig rundown is because like I'm pretty naive. Like I do love to play music. I think I'm really good at it, but I don't really know much shit about the equipment I play with. I'm not a and especially because most of the time I'm using other people's equipment. Like I guess at home I use a Yamaha. I couldn't tell you what exactly it is. It's just a Yamaha bass. uh, Otherwise, I always use the Assault Shakers bass, um, or Doug's, but it just has these Assault Shakers on it because he thinks mine's too fruity, and I just don't think he understands style. Because I got a pink strap, and like there's like stickers and like naked chicks all over my bass, and that's just not cool enough for Doug apparently. So
Oh,
I just use the
God.
black one.
Well, I say unleash the beast when it comes. Do you use both of them?
Oh yeah, dude. That's what I try to convince him. He's like, nah, just use this one. I already got it tuned. Okay, but one day we'll see the pink strap.
Yeah, most definitely. And so for this episode, we're raising funds for Punk Rock Saves Lives. And why did you pick the Punk Rock Saves Lives to raise funds for this episode?
Because I just like always thought like it related to me, like it goes through an outlet that speaks a lot to me. Punk rock, making music, the attitude and everything. But it's also like their whole thing is overall like just like uh a healthy mental state. Whether that be like just like getting you through like whatever you might be going through, or you're helping people through their drug addictions, and the reliance and shit like that. And I think it's somebody that could apply to anyone, if not just most people. Um, and I think I always think it's good to take care of your mental health, even if you don't believe you're far gone. Whether that outlet for you be music or like therapy. I think it's healthy for everyone to have an outlet. Some people like will think like, I shouldn't go to a therapist. I'm not like crazy or anything. And it's like I don't think that's the thing. I think it's good to stay up on it and have somebody to talk to about your problems that isn't going to be biased against you, just in general. Because it, sometimes it might just kill you if not really, you know. And yeah, I think it's someone that could be helpful to anyone. I think any kind of situation could probably put you on a mental decline, and it's good to stay up on that the best way you can, even if it takes some time. Take some
For
time and take
sure.
some change.
Indeed. So if you'd like to donate to the Punk Rock Saves Lives, their link is in the description box below. And also the Salt Shakers social media info so you can like and subscribe and all that stuff for them and get their numbers up. And so, Jared, what are you looking forward to the fest?
I'm really looking forward just to see like pretty much like all the faces that I recognize that I get happy to see all the time, but also like for the new faces, it's always exciting to see like new people who have never even been to like a show before or seen any of these bands before or doesn't even know what Sureth Fest is. Like sometimes those are like the most interesting people to come because you're introducing someone into like almost a whole nother way of life in a way. And also obviously just really excited to play, I'm always happy to play. Like that's it's sort of like my life, to perform. Like it's my passion. I fucking live for this shit. I look forward to this shit every year. Um, and it's like it's always comforting to know that like oh, July is coming around, Sureth Fest is coming around. So like a lot of things to be excited for, really.
Hell yeah, dude. Same here. And it's like our own family reunion is like what I like to call it. It's like
Oh yeah,
instead of
dude.
family, we're family. So it's pretty cool. I learned that term from the band I used to manage called the widowhood effect, and that's what they called us. So I'm like, all right, that works for me. So
Oh yeah, I definitely get a big family vibe from it all the time.
heck yeah, dude. Same here. And that's what I'm looking forward to. So thank you to the Blowback Gallery for having us, and Quant's Kitchen and K Nails and Spa for the free food and the manicure and pedicure, and Liquid Death for all the cool swag they gave us last year and and this year too. So can't wait to party in Pueblo. And any shows coming up for you? I forgot to ask the last person besides the fest.
Um, we're playing a birthday party on the 23rd of this month, and then there's going to be the Third Eye Carnival, also at the Blowback Gallery. It's a 2-day event from the 5th to the 6th. There's going to be bands, podcasters, venues there. And then I believe my next one after that will be Sureth Fest. So 2 shows before then.
Heck yeah, dude. It's going to be a whole lot of fun. So be sure to check out Jared and him kicking butt on stage and at all those cool places and shows. Awesome. All right, pal. Do you have any final words you'd like to give out to the audience at home?
Just stay safe. Always check your shit. Check out Salt Shakers, Stedgecombe, PID, and Stone Bonies on YouTube. And I promise you that you won't be disappointed. And make sure you get your ass down to Sureth Fest. See this guy. There's going to be a lot there. There's going to be comedians. There's going to be music. There's going to be a lot of friendly, smiling faces. Fucking food, merch. It's going to be a hoop. You don't want to
Yep.
miss it.
You said it best, my man. Well, for the Wu Man Chu Chronicles and for Jared, we'll see you at